It's TMNT time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles musical Mutagen tour. A 4-pack of turtle figures based on the musicals. The concerts. Oh god, I do not... Alright, I got this because it's special, it's unique, and it comes right over left field, like a punch to the face. This was one of the weirdest designs, one of the biggest duds that TMNT has ever produced, and now we're getting figures of it. Part of me loves it, part of me hates it, so let's dive right into it. Actually, this does take some unboxing, so I want to show you that. You have this slider over here, which you just slide this out, and you get this part of the box, which has like TMNT on it, musical Mutagen tour, and then you open it to reveal the boys that are back in town. The boys are back in town. I'm just making a reference to the song, and you kind of have a stage in there, just so you know. You get some more in the background, you get the musical Mutagen tour, and on the sides over here, I ripped the box just now. Okay, this is kind of hard to do. You got like a bunch of speakers on the side over here, and if I can take this out, got a bunch more speakers and a color in the back, and that's as much as I care about the box. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What am I looking at? I'm having a bit of a crisis. I don't know. Why? Okay, size stands at about, they all have the same size obviously. Stands at about 17 centimeters to the top of the head, which means we're going up to, as he falls down, next one, 6.5, 6.6 inches tall. What I want to know right away is, how does the body mold fare? How is it different to the original? Obviously, I mean the original movie. Obviously the head sculpts are different. That's a given. But from what I can tell, chest and legs seems about the same size, same mold. Obviously knee pads are different, and the feet. Yeah, the feet. They have tiny feet. That's already an issue for posability, but overall, it seems to me like they recycled the bodies and gave them different heads and a lot of different accessories on the figures, which is not an issue. I just wanted to be clear if we're having a new body mold or not. So let's have a look at the detail on these guys. As I just mentioned, they have the same body as the movie Turtles, which is an amazing body. Actually, let me get these guys out of the background, because I feel like my camera always has trouble when there's too much going on. So let's focus on one at a time. As Mikey fell over, and that's why I'm starting at the feet, because they have small feet, and as such, stability is a bit of a problem. Also, the ankle rock is pretty stiff, but we'll get to that once we have a look at the articulation. Have real cloth around the ankles. That's pretty appreciated. Looks pretty cool. And as for the elbow knee pads, that is still plastic. Has like some silver bolts on there, or whatever this is supposed to be. It is nicely painted for the most part. It does get crazy in some parts, but nothing real to complain about there. Then you have a nice denim jacket, has some detail on there. You have like an R on the side over here. More of the bolts, more of the silver dots, and the exact same design. You have throughout all of it. On the belt, you have like a little smiley over here. And a very nicely printed on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of their shell musical tour on the back. I like that one, looks good. And then you got the same design on the elbow pads. There's still the muscle work over there, which we had a look at when I looked at the original movie Turtles. But if you didn't see those reviews, there you go, have another look at it. It is nice. There's a bit of shading, a bit of dry brushing work in the muscle work, in the like kind of cracks to really make it stand out even more. So that's highly appreciated. You got this weird belt over here, and if you're wondering, you probably can take the jacket off. I just don't know how. Like, if you can take an arm out or whatever, just be careful with it. But for those of you who want to ask, yes, the cloth stuff is removable. I'm pretty sure you could also just take this one off, because I don't think it's connected anywhere. I don't want to break anything, so I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to me like it is, especially the jacket doesn't seem to be connected to anywhere. Also, you have the shell, which is kind of shiny. I don't remember them being that shiny, but Anyway, then we got to the creepy spooky head, which oh boy. Ah! Yeah, no, I don't. It's ugly. It's really ugly, but it's accurate. Neca was just doing what they did back in the day for the musical show. He does have a wire, which is not connected to anywhere. You just can kind of get that under the jacket. It is posable. Can move that around, and they did not connect it anywhere, so because that would just limit the articulation in the head, so that's much appreciated. The paint job on the teeth on all of them is pretty rough. As you can tell, it makes them look even scarier, but you can open the mouth, which makes them look even scarier. I'm getting like, is this Five Nights at Freddy's? That's it. That's it. That's just, they look so spooky and weird, just like the monsters in Five Nights at Freddy's. And the animatronics on these guys were just as bad, right? That's why I'm so torn on this thing, on the entire like turtles coming out of the shell. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. It wasn't, no. Anyway, then we got Leo. For the symbols, he has like kind of moon boomerangs. I don't really know. Yeah, but you have nice blue, obviously, all throughout it. Does have the same kind of logo, kind of like the, well, not exactly the same stuff as Raph, but also like the dots and whatnot. Yeah, also with the real cloth. And that's just really the theme. They all look pretty much the same. He has an L over here for Leo, and then it says also Leonardo on the top of his jacket. It has the same logo of the musical Mutagen tour, which again, it's coming out of their shells, but I guess they weren't allowed to use that because of legal reasons. I'm gonna guess you got like yin and yang symbols on Donatello. Actually has the tassels over here, which nobody else does. Oh, well, he has the tassels on there. And now the other two have tassels. I'm gonna have a look at Mikey in a second if he has tassels. But for the rest of it, same thing. White boots, real cloth, knee pads with this actually nice and silver on this side. That makes it pop even more. So I guess he got the best one of the deal over here. And the bandanas are not movable from what I can tell, except they are. There we go. I haven't been looking at the articulation that much yet. And you got the D for Donnie. I was gonna make a joke there, but I don't know. Then we got Michelangelo with the stars and a nice silver paint job all throughout it. On this side, that side, and on the back has Michelangelo on the jacket. And as we move down, real cloth. Boots, sneakers, orange, and a silver star. And that's about it for your look. Let's have a look at the articulation. The head moves forward, actually quite a bit. Actually a lot. And doesn't really go side to the back as much. Side to side, very good. All the way around. Be aware of the wire. Then you open the mouth. Bandana moves also around. At first I thought it didn't. It's kind of weird. I'm scared it would break off. Doesn't have a ball or anything, it's just packed in, but it should stay in. Also, didn't really have a look at the detail inside of the jacket. It is still nice and detailed, just because the jacket is over there. They didn't slack off of that. And then you have a hinge in the elbow, in the shoulder, that is. Rotation, doesn't go back and forth. And hinge in the elbow. There's the elbow. It is blocked due to the big armband, and the hand has not a hinge back forward. Rotation, chest area doesn't really have anything going on, obviously, because this just covers up everything, but you have some movement in the hips, can bring that back and forth. A little bit of wiggle motion is not the greatest, but it is there. Leg moves forward, doesn't really go to the back because of the shell. It moves out to the side. It is nice and stiff actually, and it does rotate on the ball. Double hinged knee. Same thing, it is kind of hindered by the knee pad, but it does work. And the foot tilts side to side in an angle though, goes forward and goes to the back all the way. Now for the accessories, you don't have any weapons, you have musical instruments, but that's the theme of the back. I'm very bad at music stuff, So I will not have any clue what I pronounce, how I call these things. So I do know that this is a saxophone. I got that one on lock. It's a nice dark green saxophone with some gold on it. It looks pretty good. The paint job on it is quite excellent. I'm gonna give him that. Don't really have an issue with that. So saxophone. Have no idea what this is supposed to be. It has buttons. It has a lot of small buttons on the side over there. It looks pretty decent. So yeah, whatever the hell that is, nice and metallic. Has a strap that goes around it. As do all of them instruments. This is like a keyboard, but I don't think you call it a keyboard when you put it over your shoulder, right? So whatever you call this, that's what it is. It has some small, very, very small dots, and again, it's painted good for the most part. Has a little bit of dirt. It's a little bit dirty over there, but I'm overall happy with it. Nothing that stands out too weirdly. And then you have like a bass and a guitar, which this one only has one string. It is blue around it, so I'm guessing that's for Leonardo. Has the same nice silver metallic paint job and some molding on there as well. But yeah, it has only one string, which they addressed. I did see parts of the Coming Out of the Shells DVD, and it was like basically, yeah, we only have one string and like 3 strings on this because the turtles only have 3 fingers. They were trying to make sense of it. They were acting. Okay, it was DVD or like VHS for kids, but they were trying to make sense why the instruments only have one or 3 strings, because they're turtles with only 3 hands. It's just, the concept of it is so mind-boggling stupid. It's just like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It is nicely painted. I got an awful bit of attention. I have a headache from this. I don't know. This is the weirdest looking pizza I've ever seen. It is not. What is even on there? Yeah. There. And then you have these things which you just kind of slap onto the figures. I'm just supposed to jam it into the eye socket to make them look even stupider. Yeah, that's how that works. Why? Oh, I'm losing my mind. You have 2 sets of thumbs up hands, which, you know, every turtle just have to they have to share hands basically, because you have 2 sets of thumbs up hands and 2 sets of open hands. Already on the turtles are the gripping hands, so yeah, no pointy fingers, nothing special with the hands, just basic. Correction on the hands, every turtle actually has a different set of hands. Leonardo has kind of like the half open ones, and Donatello has like the pointy ones. It's Michelangelo who has just the regular gripping ones, and Raph just kind of have like the open posing ones. So that's fine, I take criticism of the hands back. Unfortunately, they do not all go on my spinny thing, so I'm just gonna have Raph here to decide. Just high five, guys. Anybody? No, okay. Oh god, okay. I need to recollect. I'm gonna put this into 2 parts. Number 1, in terms of figures, just figures. These guys are actually amazing. The articulation rocks, just like, you know, Neca does good stuff. There's tons of detail. The paint job is actually pretty decent on these one. I don't have any real trouble with it. You have tons of real cloth, which is amazing. Always a big fan of that, instead of just some plasticky garbage. I appreciate it. So in terms of figures, these guys are absolutely recommended. There's a lot of love that went into this, even though it's basically the same 4 figures, but it's turtles. It's turtles, of course it's the same 4. But on the fan perspective, why does this exist? I don't know. Why did I buy it? Because I'm a completionist and I love my TMNT stuff, but I'm still not sure about this one. It's so weird and they're so ugly, and I still recommend it because I don't know, it's kind of growing on me already, I feel like, because I love janky stuff, I love weird stuff, and not in a million years I can sit here and tell you I would have never, ever guessed that one day I would review TMNT Coming Out of their Shell figures. Would have never crossed my mind, so kudos Neca for giving me a slap in the face, like, just, that's what this is. That's why I'm so confused, and that's why I'm so all over the place, and that's why I'm going to end it now. TMNT coming out of their shells. It's different, but yeah, I still recommend it. In terms of figures, it's great. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the TMNT coming out of their shells want. What the hell would I want from this? This is it. It's over. I'm done. See ya.